What is up, guys? Flossy Missiles here. In today's video, I'm going to be working on this 1985 Volkswagen Vanagon. This has been my daily driver for the past, I don't know, year now probably. I've been putting some serious miles on it, and since I've owned it for the past, I don't know, 3-4 years, the gas tank has been leaking, and I just haven't fixed it because I don't want, it's like one of those jobs you don't want to do, you know, gas running down your armpit, that type of thing, whatever. But yeah, today's the day I'm finally going to do it. I went ahead and picked up the Go Westy, what is this, the reseal kit or whatever. So I got like the crossover, and I got a bunch of clamps and all these grommets and stuff. I also got a new fuel filter and a new fuel pump from Go Westy. So my fuel system should be a-okay because I'm planning on doing some pretty good road trips coming up pretty soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that installed today. It's kind of funny. So I went ahead and I pulled the fuel line off the gas tank. The gas tank's right there underneath, kind of where you sit, a little further back actually. I went ahead and I pulled the fuel line off of it, and I expected gas just to come pouring out, and look, this thing's almost empty. There's like a few drops in it. It's like barely anything. And yeah, there's nothing coming out. I've been driving this thing on E for like 2 days. Like when I say E, it doesn't even like register on the on how much gas I have. It literally shows I'm empty because I didn't want to deal with a bunch of gas, and I guess it worked, but I don't, dude, that's a pretty close call. But first I think I gotta pull this guy out. There's 3 screws behind here. I'll move it to the side, and then there's like these 2, sorry for the noise. These 2 bands right here, straps, and they hold the tank up. You drop it down. I know there's an electrical plug on top for your sending unit, and a few other things like that. Also, I pressure wash the bottom side of my bus. I find that is always worth it. In the past, I've like worked on stuff and I haven't pressure washed it, and you got dirt and dust and rocks falling into your face, and a rust too. I mean, this one doesn't have any rust on it, but on buses that do have rust, even if you just pressure wash it, a lot of it will get, like the loose stuff will get knocked off. So yeah, let's go ahead and lower this tank. Screws are out. You want to grab this thing by the back and then twist it like that. It has all those little notches, and it should just pop out. There we go. It is out, and it's underneath my car. Now we'll move this to the side over here, and we'll get it all undone. With this pulled to the side, you want to detach this little vent tube right here, which just pulls back like that. And then, I don't know if you can see down in there, probably not. Pull it straight out, and there you go. And also while I'm down here, I loosened these little hose clamps right here. I think this is like an expansion tank for your gas tank or something. I don't know. But you want to loosen these up too and try to wiggle them off. These are pretty brittle. There's one. Okay, these 2 are off. And like I said, there's 2 on the other side, so you want to get those as well. One of the straps is already undone. It's just 2 13mm bolts to hold these guys on. It looks like there's some tabs right here on the end of the strap because you can't pull it through. As you can see, that one kind of just resting right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten these tabs out with some vice grips before I can pull them out. And I got the jack to support everything so it doesn't just all crash down. Tank is lowered down. This is on the driver's side. Now here's that plug I was talking about. I think just unplugs, just pull it straight out, and that one's undone. There's also some like crossover tubes up there or something, but I gotta lower it down a tad more. And here's the fuel tank all pulled out. It's honestly pretty easy. A lot of these little lines like this just kind of snapped as I was yanking on them and trying to get them undone. But yeah, there's the fuel tank out. Next I'm gonna be working on these expansion tanks, which you already saw me remove those 2 hoses on the bottom. But I believe it's just this one 13mm, and you just gotta pry on it a little bit because it's kind of held in like this little notch back here, and I think it just pops out. So I got a nut and a washer. It's a nylocker actually, and a washer. And there you go. As you can see though, the seal was completely shot. It wasn't even holding it together. So good thing I'm replacing these. The seal on this tank must have been bad for a long time because you could see it in there and it's like stuck. It's like got grime and dirt all around it, and yeah, it's not even moving. It's literally stuck in place. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wash the inside of this thing out and get this thing all resealed. I think that's probably where a lot of the smell was coming from, honestly. It was just from that seal being bad and being right below the driver's seat. Here's a before of the gas tank and straps, and after. Tank came out super nice, pretty clean, not super clean, but it's clean enough. Little tiny bits of like surfacey rust, nothing serious. That's the nice thing about California buses, is there's usually no rust on them at all, which is nice. The sending unit cleaned up nice. I can't wait to pull that out and see how that looks inside the tank. I also got this Eastwood tank tone. I'm gonna spray paint it, and it should look OEM, but man, yeah, it came out super nice. It is the next day now. I let these stay out all night and dry. Came out pretty dialed. Here's the straps. I went ahead and put some rubberized undercoating on these. These came out pretty decent as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach all the lines and all the new grommets to this one, and we'll try to get her all ready to be installed. Quickly off camera, I went ahead and installed all the new seals from Go Westy. They all went on super easy, even the one for the fuel level sending unit. I just used some Vaseline on that one. I used some Vaseline to push all these in, really. And these ones were actually probably the hardest ones to get in for the expansion tanks. But again, I just used some Vaseline and they popped right on. I had to cut some fuel line to size, and they're these weird kind of clamps where you have to crimp them down with that tool right there. But those were no big deal. I got everything measured up and lined up, so she's ready to go back in, I think. Here are the straps. Like I said, I put some undercoating on them, and I actually went ahead and got new rubber on a couple of these because I blasted a few of them off with the pressure washer and I couldn't find them. So I got some more pieces of rubber cut out for these. This is your plug for your fuel sending unit. Make sure while you have it down, you put some dielectric grease on it. Do this before you have the tank in because it's going to be a lot easier. From the front, I went ahead and slid the tank in. It's not all the way up yet. There's a little ledge on the front that the front has to sit on. So I think the front end has to go up first, or I'll try to like go backwards and forwards to get it into place. Then we'll go ahead and put the straps on, but everything's pretty smooth at this point. Don't forget to plug in your little fuel sending unit and run that crossover tube across all the linkage and everything. But everything's going smoothly so far. Tank is totally jacked up into place. Honestly, the hardest part was there's that crossover tube right here. Sorry for the wind. There's that crossover tube across the top, and you have to like put it through this little like ring thing so it doesn't rub on anything, and that was seriously a pain. I had to take off the driver's side wheel to get to that. But other than that, all the lines are ran through. These are all the breathers that go to the expansion tanks right here. So all I gotta do is put those straps on and put the expansion tanks on. Alright, now for the expansion tank, I gotta get this guy to fit into this hole. And so I got some Vaseline right here. We're gonna make it happen. There we go. It's in. Okay. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Some people are saying that was pretty hard, but you just gotta push directly on it and it kind of pops into place. These two lines right here are gonna get hooked up. Right here and here, and then this side will be done. I gotta just finish up the other side now. And here's the driver's side all done up. Actually, I really like the way these pinch clamps look. I think they look pretty neat. Alright, check for leaks. I don't see any leaks under here. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Hear the fuel pump. It's priming. And there we go. She's running. Let's go check underneath one more time for fuel leaks. Everything's looking good. Look at that new tank in there. Man, I'm so stoked not to have any more issues with this thing. Well, that's where I'm gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to put the fuel filter or the fuel pump in, but I'm gonna do that probably next video or something, I don't know. But if you liked today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more car content. Thank you so much for watching.